What is going on? Hey, I want to talk some more about this whole Bellator 138, Kimbo Slice, Ken Shamrock, just craziness. I was talking before about, is it a fixed fight, is it not a fixed fight? And guys, this is kind of a big deal. This is a really big deal in mixed martial arts right now. Not to me, anyway. I really think this is a turning point. Whether the fight is fixed or whether it's not fixed. And I just want to make people aware of kind of how life works, man. When somebody's successful at something. Look at Bellator 138 was a very successful fight night for Bellator. Now, I don't even really follow Bellator. I watch it once in a while, but I don't really follow it that much, so I'm not like a Bellator fanboy at all. But look at, the bottom line is, this was a very successful event for Bellator. So you got people like Joe Rogan say, oh, the fight was fixed, and they're just quick tearing it down. Have you ever worked somewhere where you excel or do well at something and immediately there's backlash where people are jealous and start tearing it down? Joe Rogan works for the UFC, guys, the UFC. Do you think they like an organization putting on an event like this that is very popular, that people are talking about more than the UFC fights that went on at the same, around the same time? Do you think they like that? No. Okay, and do you hear Joe Rogan? I like Joe Rogan. I like him just fine. But you have to be aware of this. You need to be aware of this. There's, I already told you, I don't think the fight was fixed. I don't think it was. I think it's just poor MMA. That's what it looked like. It looked like two old men. And let's put it like this. Let's put you on the back of Kimbo. We'll give you Kimbo's back. Okay, choke him out. Do you realize how large that individual is? Do you think that's easy just to choke somebody out? It's not that easy. It's not always easy to get a chokehold in on somebody that's your size. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I know it's Ken Shamrock, but I'm not saying that it wasn't fixed. There's possibility, but you could say that in any fight. I've seen fights before, like nobody talks about, oh, was that fixed? It was a strange fight, I'll give you that, but I don't believe it was fixed because it was so strange. What type of strategy would that have been to go in? And I said this before. I'm going to fake a rear naked choke. It's ridiculous. And there's other things, too, around this that's just kind of been bothering me. You got Robin Black, another person who I like, saying that the fight is fixed. Now, what do you want to bet? The Fight Network, on some level, benefits from the UFC. Does UFC own part of it? I don't know. Are they sponsors or supporters? Maybe. Probably on some level they are. Now, I don't really think this is so much along the lines of a jealousy like it would be with somebody that is from the UFC. But look at Robin Black. Oh, this fight was fixed, and this is sad, and you know what I mean. But then they in the same sentence, within the same couple of minutes, saying, "Oh, how great this is for Bellator, and what a great organization Bellator is." What? You think Bellator's putting on fixed fights, but then you think it's a great organization? It's like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. There's just a lot of weird stuff going on with this, and I just wanted to talk on it a little bit. And I really do believe that maybe there's like a certain, especially from the UFC, like it's a jealousy thing. They don't want people, to have fights that, they don't want to see this. They want to tear things down. You wouldn't see Joe Rogan criticizing. I used the example of the Uriah Faber versus Renan Barão fight. Just lays on the ground. Just goes like this. That's it. Fight's over. That was easy money for him. Nobody, no, you know, how come there's no backlash on that? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Title fight on the line. You know, I mean, I even went back and watched, you know, they're saying, okay, when you put a chokehold on somebody, you get your arm in, you get your other arm behind their head too, so they can't reach up and just grab your wrist. Yeah, but look it, when you're getting this arm is in, you're working your other arm. His hand was on Kimbo's forehead. I mean, do you know how big that guy is? If you can't get all the way in, and he was kind of in a weird position, you know, maybe he just has bad technique, I don't know, but it's like he was here and he was pulling in with this arm trying to get the choke. You know, it's like he couldn't get, you know what I mean? It's a really large individual, man, with really strong neck muscles. You know, someone's got, you know, it did look strange, but it's a strange fight. You just got two random people fighting that haven't fought in who knows how long. One guy's 50 plus years old, the other guy's in his 40s. I mean, it's just a strange thing. I mean, but really, I just think this is just, you know, it's kind of a spectacle event, something that people were really watching. I mean, just the whole thing, Ken Shamrock versus Kimbo Slice, it just sounds fake, like just the whole event. They're not fighting for any reason. I mean, so, but I believe the fight was real. I really do, and I believe all this hate and a lot of hate that people are talking is just out of jealousy, especially from Joe Rogan. You know, he works for the UFC. So, anyway, that's just some of my thoughts on that, and I will see you guys later.